Okay, I'm driving, but you're on my dashboard, fully mounted, your hands free. I need to talk about this Karen Read trial because this is going to be way too long to put on TikTok, one, and two, TikTok anymore is getting to be a pain to post on. Like, I can't post driving or they'll kick me out of the creator fund. It's a whole thing. So I just decided I'm going to do it over here on YouTube. I need to know where everybody stands on this Karen Read thing, because it seems like it's very polarizing. People either are like, she absolutely never hit him, or they're like, absolutely she hit him, and there's nothing in between. And as someone who lives in the gray all the time and firmly believes there is a lot of gray in this world, I am so struggling with so many things. Number one, yesterday someone tagged me on TikTok in a video, and I listened to it and I was like, there is so much truth in this. This woman, Karen Read, was driving a Lexus, okay? This is a fancy pants car. It's not like this basic car I'm driving that doesn't even have a backup camera. That car has everything, every bell and whistle. Am I to believe that she backed up at 24 miles an hour and hit someone, and the black box in that car never recorded any of that? Never recorded, the beep, 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 beep. Like, that would be recorded, because that's why you have the alarm system. I mean, it's not why, so it's to keep you from hitting something, but they would be able to download that, right? So that doesn't make sense to me. But on the other hand, it doesn't make sense that he went into the house and there's all these people involved in this massive cover-up and nobody's going to slip and squeal and say something that's going to give away the truth. And I just keep going back to, there has to be something somewhere more in the middle than those two extremes that happened to this man. And then, I'm not a dumb person, but I'm also pretty simple. I need things explained to me like you're explaining them to, an 8th grader. And shut up. And the other day, I get it. You have two clocks. If my watch says it's midnight and the clock in my car says it's 6 a.m., then, which one's right when something happens? Like, I get it that the clocks need to be reconciled to each other. But I'm listening to this guy talk the other day, and we're talking about seconds of time. And that, now they're trying to say that absolutely the 3-point turn and John O'Keefe's phone going off happened simultaneously at the same time. And so, I mean, the amount of details that they're going through to try to prove that she hit him. And I'm thinking, well, why can't they just download the backup camera? Like, isn't that easier? Did they already download the backup camera and there's nothing there? And so that's why they're not pursuing that? And if that's the case, then, this is where I get on bird paths. If that's the case, then does the prosecution really even want to know what happened to John O'Keefe? Or do they just want a guilty verdict? Because at this point, it just feels like they want a guilty verdict. But then on the flip side, Karen Reed confuses me. Everybody, I shouldn't say everybody, but her former students sing her praises. She's a wonderful person. She's kind and loving and wonderful and blah and blah and blah. She does not come off that way to me personally, and apparently to a lot of other people. Her defense would have a much better shot if she'd close her pie hole, put a piece of pie in it, something. And there's so many sides. I feel like I'm looking at a Rubik's Cube, and I just keep turning it around and around and around. And every side that I look at, I'm like, yep, this is the side the green goes on. This is where most of the green is, so the green goes on this side. And then I turn it over and I find 5 more green on another side, and I'm like, oh, maybe the green goes over here. Because none of this case makes sense to me. And the more we find out, the more confusing it gets. And these people that are like, no, it's really easy. She hit him. I'm like, no, it's not that easy, because there's too many things that don't add up. But then the people that are like, there's no way she hit him, I'm like, yeah, that doesn't add up either. There's too many things on that side that don't add up. So I don't know what in my head. I don't even know which side I'm on. Somebody on TikTok accused me of like I was supporting Note My Objection because I just like her. I like how she breaks things down, makes it easy to understand. And people were like, no, she worked for the DA and she stands with the Commonwealth and you can't listen to her and she's biased. And then people started coming for me saying that I was, and I'm like, dude, I don't even know what I believe. Don't accuse me of being biased, because I'm still trying to figure out what the heck I think. Because I don't know. I don't know what I think. That's part of my problem. As if I was on a jury right now, I would literally be sitting there going, and then this whole conspiracy that came out this week, and whether there's truth to this, I don't know. How will we ever know? I guess when it's over, maybe one of the jurors will tell us. Will they be allowed to tell us? I don't know. The rumor on, excuse me again. The rumor on Reddit, sorry, I am on a country road and it is bumpy as snot. The rumor on Reddit is that the reason Aunt Bev had to talk to each individual jury member individually was because one of the jurors passed in a note. I hope this is true. I hope it's true, because I personally would love this. Asking her to quit sustaining all of the Commonwealth's objections, because they really wanted to hear the answers to some of the questions that the defense counsel was asking. And every time she sustains an objection, she shuts it down. And they're like, we need the answers to those questions, and you keep sustaining the Commonwealth's objections. Would you stop doing that? Which resulted in her saying, I need a one-on-one with every single jury, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. I don't know if that's true, but that's what's on Reddit. So again, then what do I do with that information? What column does that fit in? Where on the Rubik's Cube does that go? I don't know. I don't know. This case is bizarre. And I've heard lawyers say this case is no different than a million other drunk driving cases. But it is. You can't tell me it isn't. Because this case is also riddled with big boys club crooked cops in Boston, and allegedly for entertainment purposes. I mean, look at their behavior. Proctor was fired for inappropriate behavior, and his boss and his boss's boss were in on the conversations, and even still, after Proctor's been fired, sat on the stand and like tried to deny the whole thing. Said Proctor did, this was a good investigation, and I'm like, Proctor's fired. You can throw him under the bus a little bit. Like, no, it's riddled with big boys club. I don't know what to do with this case. And I don't know which side I stand on, because I feel like I am firmly planted in the middle of all the facts, trying to place facts in different toy boxes to organize things and make it make sense in my brain. And none of it makes sense in my brain. Anyone else?